First time. 1, 2. This is the.
Yeah, right there.
Welcome.
Oh, yay, she's here.
And I know we still have a few more people that have signed up that should be arriving. So these 3 front seats two are coming together. So hopefully that'll work out. So where, how did you hear about us?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Through,
Kingdom Talks.
Yeah, with Tina and Gil.
Oh, I'm hearing music,
These
so.
people here? These people over here?
Yes, that was cool.
The famous ones? Nice.
Please turn your cell phones to silent.
Yes, everybody turn your cell phones off, not even on vibrate. They can be on, but take the vibration off. Hello.
That's Dean. Welcome, Dean.
Thank you.
What else? So Adena is gonna lead us. Hi, welcome. I'm Rochelle.
Sarah, nice to meet you.
Sarah, nice to meet you. Hi. Is this your friend? Good, perfect, because I knew we were still waiting for you guys.
For our first timers, where are the bathrooms?
What?
Where's the bathroom?
So the bathroom is straight back, if anybody needs to use the bathroom. And we have given you guys a little bit of an introduction. If anybody starts snoring, anybody that just walked in, everybody has been given permission who's next to you to tap you on the shoulder very nicely. We want you to, go into a nice deep rest, but we want everybody to go into a nice deep rest, not just you. That's a great way to put that.
There's another t-shirt.
Yeah. So, and then maybe I'll just kind of give a heads up before we bring Adena. So, who is this their first time to do a singing bowl sound bath? Okay. All right. Okay. What?
I just haven't caught up with him.
Are you kidding?
She hasn't been there when
You
we've
don't
done
do
it.
these things for your friends?
I do.
He does.
I
I know he does. I know he do. Okay, so when you are listening, everybody's got him, but me. Are we live? Oh, okay. So if you guys have essential oils, we love adding essential oils to our singing bath experience because it's a wonderful added vibration. And we are all having dream tea. We're having deep peace.
Oh, wait, I'm not Wonder Woman.
If this is your first time having a sound bath, you might experience something physically. So if you feel like maybe you might feel a vibration physically, you might feel muscles twitching, you could even feel an ache in a certain area. Your gut could respond. My gut responds regularly, so I think my gut needs help. So just pay attention a little bit to that area, but then just really go to a place where you're just accepting and receiving the waves of the sound bath into that area of your body. And the reason that that's happening is because your body is actually giving you an indication that it needs it. And so just go ahead and let those waves move in and through that area, and then bring your mind back to a place of peace and rest and just enjoy what's happening as to the best of your ability. Another thing that happens sometimes is that you can become really emotional. And so as the waves are moving through your body, sometimes it does begin to stir up emotions. These are resonant sounds. So they're sounds that we have been hearing since we were in the womb. So if you think about in the womb with the water, the way that we heard music and even our mother's voice was moving very similar to this. So it is a very emotional experience. And we've had people cry, and it's okay if you cry. I'm going to actually put some tissues out so that people know that they have tissues. And then we've had people have amazing experiences where they have had felt like they watched like this film of certain things in their childhood or in their life, and it just gently moves in and out, and so they're experiencing the release of emotions and things without really feeling any trauma or grief. It's just kind of moving up and moving off, moving up and moving off. So that we've heard from multiple people. What else experiences might somebody have that could be normal that we want to prepare them for?
Some people have had pain in an area where imbalance is going on, and press through that.
Yeah.
We've had people get a little headache or a little sinus condition or an elbow hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Just press through that. Just allow the waves. If you're really uncomfortable, stand up, step towards the back, and just kind of stretch a little bit, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. I strongly encourage you to take your shoes off as long as you don't have really smelly feet.
That's a frequency.
Because you're going to be more grounded, and you're actually going to get the waves through the floor as well. And so, besides, it's more comfy and like make yourself at home. So, yeah. So we welcome everybody here to Joy Centers. This is our home, and we hope that you all feel like it's home for you and a place where you can come back and hang out with us and experience everything that we have to offer here. And those of you who are with us live stream, we'd love to have you here in Snohomish, Washington sometime. If you're ever heading this direction, come and see us. So does anybody have any questions? Is everybody comfortable where they feel like they're going to be comfortable for the next hour? Is anybody cold? Okay, so sometimes people do get a little bit cold. It's been warm in here because we've had a lot of people in here, so I actually turned the heat down. Is everybody comfortable? Temperature-wise, okay. All right. She's got her blankie. She's prepared. Yeah, let's, if we can distribute, there should be tissue boxes in the bathroom as well. So, I'm gonna introduce Adena. So Adena has experienced a lot of her healing has come through breathing and meditation. And so this is her first time to do something like this, but she's very comfortable and she's gonna do amazing. Yeah, so everybody knows who Adena is now. Anybody not know who Adena is?
That's a work in progress.
Constantly working hard.
So
Keep
Gil
ascending.
and Adena do Kingdom Talks. So they interview people who are moving in all kinds of new areas right now in this season. And any other way that you want to describe who you are and what you're doing, you're welcome to do that.
It's fun.
And so we just are happy to have them here with us. So we wanted to share them with whoever wanted to come and enjoy them with us. So.
Thank you so much, Rochelle. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be with each one of you. And thank you, Steve, for providing the background for this. I love in Genesis, the first thing that Yahweh does is he breathes into man, and we became. And so breathing is so essential. I've been experimenting the last year or two with the breath. And so as after Rochelle had asked me to do this, I was just, talking to Father about what would be, the right, because there's fast breath, slow breath, all kinds of numbers, how long you hold, how long you let go. And I was intrigued. A couple of months ago, I was listening to a man who was teaching some breathing techniques, and he did the 4-4-4. And I love the number 4-4-4, and so I thought, oh, that's cool. And so it's simply 4 in, 4 counts in, hold it for 4 counts, and 4 counts out. And as I was pondering, what Father was speaking through that, as I was thinking that 4 is the Hebraic number of Dalet, however you want to pronounce it, and it actually means a door. And as I was just walking this through with Father, 3 doors: body, soul, and spirit. And so if you're willing tonight, I just feel that there's a place, an invitation from Yahweh to open up our body, open up our soul, and open up our spirit so that we can fully receive what he has for us. And then I wanted to share from Psalm 91 in the Passion Translation, because it is so powerful about who Yahweh is to each one of us, that we rest under the shadow of his wings. Are you game for that?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So as we breathe in, just, you're opening your body up. You're opening that door of your body. And then even the 4 counts where it's quiet because you're holding. And that's kind of our soul is a quiet place to pay attention and to listen. And then as we breathe out to the count of 4, it's our spirit being released. And so let's just walk through this. So deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Release. 1, 2, 3. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4. In. Father, we open our hearts to you. We open our body. Hold. Release. Just keep up that rhythm. We just thank you, Father, that you want to come in to every part of our being, body, soul, and spirit. And today we just yield ourselves fully and completely to who you are and who you want to be manifested in our lives. Just keep breathing like that as I read. When you sit enthroned under the shadow of Shaddai, you are hidden in the strength of God Most High. He's the hope that holds me and the stronghold to shelter me, the only God for me and my great confidence. He will rescue you from every hidden trap of the enemy, and he will protect you from false accusation and any deadly curse. His massive arms are wrapped around you, protecting you. You can run under his covering of majesty and hide. His arms of faithfulness are a shield, keeping you from harm. Father, we just thank you that we rest tonight under the shadow of your wings. And that as we open ourselves, body, soul, and spirit to you fully and completely, that the sounds of heaven, the vibration, the frequencies are transforming our lives.
Okay, everyone take a deep breath in and release. Welcome back to the space. Thank you. As we often say, please place your seat table in an upright position. Don't forget your things from the overhead compartment. How was that?
Amazing.
Hope you that are joining us by live streaming enjoyed that as well. Be thinking about your experience and what you experienced during that time. A little different than being here with us live, but we're glad that you joined us. And we always take a moment to make it possible for people to share what their experiences are. You don't have to share. You won't be allowed to come back next time if you don't. Only teasing. Only teasing. But if you would like to share something, I would appreciate it if tonight, because we are a large group and we're kind of spread out and it's a little harder to hear, if you'd either stand where you are and speak up really loudly or come up and join me here, and I promise I won't bite or hit you with any of these things. A couple of people want to share what they experienced.
Okay, can I do it from here?
You can.
Okay, so when you came by with the Kochi chimes
Okay.
and did it in front of me, I think, I saw like, I don't know the best word, I saw my aura colors.
Okay.
And they were primarily red and green, and I saw them like completely crystal clear around me.
Have you ever seen that before?
No, I mean, I feel it. I
Okay.
feel it naturally all the time, but I don't see the colors. So
Okay.
that allowed me to see it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are we still on live stream? Okay, Rachel, would you come join me? So red and green, the significance of those colors in terms of maybe some healing sides of things.
Yeah, well,
And she had some
red,
pink in hers.
she had some, you saw colors as well.
Yes.
Did you see colors as well?
No, no, I just saw for her that was.
Oh, beautiful.
It's good to have friends, isn't it?
I know.
I love that. I know, yes.
Yeah. So red obviously is energy and gives a lot of help for inflammation. Definitely brings passion, stirs that. And then green, of course, is very grounding. It's just all over health and well-being. So bringing balance to all of your organs and everything. So you're getting balance and energy at the same time right now for you. And pink is one of those ones I don't really know as much about because I kind of have really leaned more towards the primaries, but I know that as you're leaning towards purple, you're getting into that indigo is definitely spirituality. And so right now, I apologize that pink is not
okay.
coming.
Was it a fuchsia pink or a girly pink?
No, it was
Yeah.
Fuchsia.
Yeah.
So what
Wow.
I'm finding when I'm doing the fuchsia or the magenta in the VSTs, which is the moles on the body, and I'll put that on our chromotherapy, I'm finding it also very energizing,
Yeah.
but with spirituality. So
Yeah,
since you
yeah,
said that
yeah,
the blue with the
Yeah.
red gives you that sort of purpley, pinky fuchsia. But yeah, it's purple fuchsia. That's what I saw in her.
And
as well.
honestly, I think that, that there is not just this is one size fits all.
Right.
I just think that, for us, color is a part of our experience of life, and it's a beautiful, wonderful thing. And so the more that we experience color, it just brings life and vitality to us, and to get to see it. How beautiful. Did anyone else see color? We had blue last time. Somebody was seeing blue.
Color
You
here.
saw color. What
Green,
you did. Beautiful. And when were you seeing green?
same time that you were standing right by me.
Okay, Kosher chimes.
Yeah.
Aren't these things amazing? I mean, they really are very, we get 7 out of every 10 people, and I've tracked this for over 200 VSTs. 7 out of 10 people tell me it reminds them of their childhood or gives them their childhood back.
Yeah.
And then 3 out of 10 people are telling me that it reminds them of the angelic realm or the supernatural spiritual realm where the
Yeah.
heavens sort of open up for them. And so that's kind of, some of that.
Well, I love that they saw green because he was bringing the grounding ones. So he was carrying the grounding ones, and I was carrying the ones that were more uplifting.
So there's 4
And,
different ones. There's terra and aqua, which is water. So land and water, those are grounding, right, on the earth. Rochelle was bringing you fire or Ignis, and Aria, I love that name, or air, and those are uplifting.
And I saw with your Koshi chimes, I saw little blue feathers all around. And so like the color of celestite, the color of celestite.
Yes, of
color.
course,
Yes.
because they're little
Yeah.
angel
That's what I
feathers.
saw.
Wow.
What did you feel? Because you didn't see pink, but what were you feeling during this? You mind sharing?
Yeah, no, I just I've been kind of on a spiritual journey, so it just all kind of ties in for me. And when you have those things around me, what are they called?
Koshi chimes.
Koshi chimes? Oh,
Koshi,
yeah.
yes.
No, I just felt like little butterflies.
Mm.
Yeah, it was like fireflies and butterflies.
Who saw something besides color during the Koshi chimes or any time during the sound bath? What did you guys
I
see?
didn't see, but I feel the first time I came to one of the sound baths when you do the Kochi, it's like the room just filled with angels. Just believe me, it's the same thing.
Mm. Nice.
Yeah,
I saw like exploding stars every time. It's just like all these explosion of these lights just going and twinkling and bouncing around.
what I want to
So
do
cool.
sometime is Lauren's over in the corner here. Lauren is a sound engineer that doesn't work with electronics. He works with wood and tone. And if you ever hear him sing with wood and tone, you'll know why I'm talking like this. So what I want to do, and I'm planting this for him as well, is I want to do, and for Adena, I want to do like a 15-minute Koshi meditation that combines a couple of things. So Adena's been doing some things with her breath work using Hebrew letters. Those are such ancient letters, like they go back a long way. And there's something about engaging with something that's not an S or an A. Like, what does our alphabet mean, right? A means A, or the tone of Canada. B means B, right? But in Hebrew, the letters actually have meanings, and they're powerful meanings. So as she begins to develop that, I want to combine that with the Koshi chimes and deep, resonant, like deeper than this, like subsonic, deep, deep, deep.
Oh, that's
Oh,
not
whack
good.
it, just whack it. So So stuff like that, but where you feel it down in the groin. You feel it in the groin, right? But imagine the depth and the high tinkly sounds with someone like Adena softly talking
Oh, yeah.
about
Oh, yeah.
the letters and the reality of
Awesome.
what they represent. So, I mean, I'd buy that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd sell it too. All right, somebody else want to share something? Yes, Sue.
Duplicate to what somebody said over there with the chimes. It was like a chorus of angels. It was deafening. It was like heaven was just bursting in celebration with dancing children. It was like that. Every once in a while, it would just
So good. Boy, that gives me another idea. What if we did a room full of children playing these, and each child had one? And we just got to stand around them and go, oh yeah, come on, right? Wouldn't it be great? Or even a bunch of us children,
Yeah.
and just a room full of dancing, like just dancing, and just like I'm seeing a bonfire out here, and us dancing around fire,
Where's the
fully
bonfire?
clothed, fully clothed. Just let me hasten to add that, you know. But we would have. I'm hearing Wim Hof in my head, obviously. But something like that would be cool. So we just need to start collecting more of these, and we'll just have a little shelf, and you can walk in and get your coachies and go out and dance.
Nice.
No, I'm really seeing that. I think it would be cool. How about over here, my peanut gallery? Anything that you experienced yourself? Cherie, tell us.
For me, this is my first experience. I've heard a lot about it. And I'm so excited that I could come tonight. Thank you, Lord. For me, it was just full of life in every dimension. I didn't specifically see things, but the clarity of the meaning almost went in without words. I don't know how else to describe
That's
it.
cool.
So I can't wait to see if there's little ticker tapes coming out with interpretations and whatever. It was just full of life.
Maybe you'll dream something tonight.
Roger that.
Anybody else over on this side?
I had, towards the beginning, I felt something come and just rest. It stayed the whole time. I don't know, it was like a hand or a pad or a crown or something. It stayed the whole time. I
On
could
you
feel it
or
on
on-
me? On me. I felt it like, had to like look almost.
Danny, if you get tired next time, lean backwards, don't lean forward like that.
Was it you, Danny? I'll explain it. But I've had a few of these now, and I don't ever expect it, but each time I get a little snippet, a picture of something in my life, and usually it's kind of either a scary or a vulnerable thing that has happened, but when it comes up, it's not.
Right.
I mean, I know that that's what it was at the time,
Yes.
but when I see it now, it doesn't feel scary or anything. And I haven't thought about these things for ages, and they just kind of gently come up, and I look at them and go, yeah, that was really unpleasant. And I felt very vulnerable. And Lawrence is like, yeah, let it go. You know, like I was there, it's all good.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I had a couple of those come up.
Yeah.
So that reminds me of our conversation in your living room with Nancy Cohen, where she described it as memories bubbling up, but then not cognitively processing those, it just lifted off. And
Yeah.
we believe at Joy Centers in layered technologies. So one of the things, I'm gonna brag on her, because we just saw some cool stuff happen with Brenda and a few others that were pretty amazing. But Rochelle is now involved in doing what's called
The emotion code.
emotion code. Somebody called it healing code earlier, but the emotion code. And when she first did one on me, I was like a little skeptical from the standpoint that it just seemed too easy and too simple. Kind of like the bowls. It just bubbles up.
Yeah.
And you know pretty quickly that there's been some change and shift, but you won't be able to figure that out because it's so simple like this. You're sitting and listening, and all of a sudden you're experiencing stars in the universe and, you know, green and pink and all, you know, you're experiencing these things effortlessly. And that's the power of frequency.
Yes.
And that's really the love that we find throughout the cosmos, that prevalent
Yeah.
frequency, that you know you're loved. You know that you know that you know that you are loved. Okay. Anybody
Of
else?
course, pink is love.
Of course it's
Steve,
love.
what
Yes.
a big thing.
Yeah, there you go.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah.
Guys.
So you were being
He is loving it.
embraced in love.
That's good.
Perfect enough, right?
Anyone else over here? Going once?
Just felt complete peace through the whole thing. And then when you were doing the chimes, and you came by here, I think it was you, I just saw a glitter of light flashing. It was, someone mentioned like angels, and I just completely felt it, saw it in my spirit. It was beautiful, the whole experience.
Yeah, Phil.
So early in the session, I had blue changing to purple to blue to purple. Blue. Oh, that's interesting.
Wow.
So I don't know what that was exactly.
Yeah.
But then the chimes again. I had a very brief memory of when I was a very once when I was a very young guy, little guy, and what do you call those little musical line?
Like a little music box?
Yeah, it was like a music box, but it had lost its case and stuff, so it was just you could wind this thing and you're watching it go and make all of its little noise.
Okay.
Boom, I was right there.
Very cool. Very cool. Oh, that's really cool.
I had to be maybe 4 or 5 years old.
Wow. People pay thousands of dollars for therapists to help them find these memories.
And you're only charging what tonight?
Millions of pennies. Billions of pennies. All right. Anybody else? You're burning to share something so profound that we can't miss it.
Well, I have something.
Go for it.
I hesitate sharing it. But when we started doing the breathing, and then the bowls came while we were still breathing, I had a vision of when I bring my breath in, my whole body was exposed internally. And then when I hold it, it would hold. And when I blew it out, my body would close. And what I felt like the Lord was showing me was, as it was opening during that breath, He was healing things inside of me, which is why it was left open. And He was completing that when it closed. So I
Awesome.
Nice. Little open
So cool.
body surgery.
So good.
Not just the heart.
that's it for a long time.
Yeah. Well, like he was saying, that everything, a lot of we like to do layers, and we don't bring anything in that we just think is fun or feels good or is trendy. We only bring in what we know actually brings science in that has had evidence behind it of healing and helping restore. And but what's beautiful is you can receive that in a way, in a beautiful setting like this, right? So you're in the middle of this beautiful concert and your body is actually getting physical healing. I mean, there is amazing testimonies behind these where they actually are using the singing bowls in Europe. They've been in a trial that's been showing some amazing evidence with women with uterine cancer. Sound is beautiful. I mean, it's part of what created us. We are sound, and to keep introducing sound to our bodies is just one of our primary ingredients. And color, same thing. And so we love being able to make people feel good and feel pampered and feel special, but at the same time, you are actually getting powerful, effective healing.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we're glad that you guys all came tonight to participate in this. We love that we've had so many people here tonight. And if anybody has any questions or they want to come up and try the bowls or talk with Steve more about the bowls, he is a distributor, so you are able to purchase your own bowl for at home through him as well.
And I also want to say, we are a full service center in the sense that all the different layers that we bring in, we offer those to people, and we try to price them so that you can really have a genuine, deep experience. We don't require you to adhere to a particular creed or believe just everything that I believe, because I'm not sure I believe everything I believe. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I think, oh wait, that's my hair. So it's just the opportunity to come. And one of the things about this room in particular, and the T-bar, is you get to sit across from somebody and have an eyeball to eyeball conversations, real communication, which doesn't always happen. I mean, I've been in rooms, I can't find my cell phone, thank God.
Right here.
Oh, no, Jesus, leave it there. Where I've been like in a room with Rochelle where I'm texting her and she's texting me, right? That's not face-to-face communication, Even FaceTime doesn't work that well. So the thing is, we get a chance to have real, genuine communications. And I just want to say, the exposure to so many of the things that you guys have had on your show has been phenomenal for me, because it's broadened my view. Like, I can look at the stars differently now. I can look at rocks, trees, crystals, even my bowls and the things that I've been working. I can look at those things and have a deeper appreciation, and some of my fear goes away. We all have ridiculous fears sometimes, but they feel so real to us, and we hang on to them out of fear that it might be worse. And so what happens for me when I'm watching Kingdom Talks is they'll have a guest on that'll start talking about something, and I'll go, I always wondered about that. That'd be so cool. So just briefly, if somebody was interested in finding you guys, what do they do? How do they find Kingdom Talks?
The best place to go would be our website. So it's kingdomtalksmedia.com.
Kingdomtalksmedia.com.
And from there you can find our Kingdom Talks community, as well as the YouTube channels and the playlists, which have over 200 shows on it right now. And tonight's just aired, which was a really good one with Chris Carter and Dale Sides.
I love Chris. Yeah.
And Dale Sides, anyway.
Deal with the stars.
Yeah, deals with the stars. Both of them deal a lot with the stars and the constellations and what's going on there from a little bit of a Christian perspective, but I don't think you can really even call it that.
A lot of spirituality, true spirituality.
Yeah.
And now you guys are really loving, and I appreciate that. We've become friends, and I so appreciate you guys. But I'm going to guess that you might not agree with everything that everybody on your show says.
Oh, no. In fact, just before we started, there was something rising up on our Facebook, and I'm like, haven't had a challenge like that for a while, because of people disagreeing. And it's like, it's okay to disagree. We encourage disagreement. We encourage conversation. The conversation is great, but it's when somebody starts saying, well, that over there is no good, or this is no good. And my way is the only way. That's a challenge.
So we can draw lines to divide ourselves?
Yes.
But we can draw lines around everybody and have a great conversation, right?
Yeah.
And that's what these guys really do. That's what Kingdom Talks has been for Nancy and I, for Rochelle, for others of us. And, Lindy's coming back. Lindy Strong is gonna be doing a seminar here, and she
does a show.
connected with you guys. And
Yeah.
so we're excited to connect with you guys. And if it's not too late, could we get you to take us through one more breathing so we remember it? Just one more little breathing, maybe twice through or something?
I went back into that midway through.
Some of you guys
and
did. I heard you
really
breathing.
appreciate the simplicity of it, much more simple than most of mine. And so I was able to kind of engage back in, and that actually made me able to engage and receive more here again, so.
And you've all been sitting for a while. Why don't we stand?
Let's do
Now, I'm
some
not gonna
deep
take an offering or
breathing.
anything, but let's do some deep breathing to close.
So again, we want to breathe from deep down here from your belly. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Release, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, opening the door, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Release, 1, 2, 3, 4. Amen.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Feel free to come up and ask questions. If you want to try to play the coaching
I'm gonna
chimes,
laugh.
I'm happy to let you know that too.